two-syllable mantra focused on breathing. I want to teach you that. Can I teach you something? Now, I'm going to teach you something that's going to involve you soothing yourself after lunch. If any of you fall asleep, that's okay. I just want to say, and it's the second day of the conference, but I went to a workshop with a monk by the name of Thomas Keating, and he taught a relaxation technique, and he had us all do it for 20 minutes, and it was wonderful. And I thought, the way some of you were thinking, I don't have 20 minutes in my day. So I started practicing this in 1-minute intervals. And I've been now teaching it to all my patients, including people who have problems waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to go back to sleep. So now I have years of experience in using this technique to self-soothe. And it's very simple, and we're going to actually practice it here. So you don't have to take extensive notes because you're going to know it where? In your body. Your body is going to know this one. And it has a couple of very simple steps. I want you to think of a two-syllable word, any two-syllable word. It could be a nonsense word, and just one that's not emotionally loaded. So not your ex-boyfriend's name. Yeah. So what words come up just randomly? Yeah. Well, summer. Summer. Baby. I like that. Baby. Yeah, the first one who said baby. First one ever said that. That's good. I like that. Yeah. What? Balance. I had a guy recently who came up with sidewalk, but it worked. Yeah. Fishing. Golfing. So that kind of lasted 2 weeks, kind of. So I want you to think of your own two-syllable word, and what you're going to do when I ask you to begin is either close your eyes or look somewhere in the distance, soft distance, and say the word to yourself. Say one syllable as you inhale and one syllable as you exhale. And I will time that for a minute, and that's all you're going to do. You're going to attach the syllable to breathing in or breathing out. Okay, so just kind of settle yourself in. Deep breath in and begin. Okay, we have to leave this moment, knowing you can come back here. Come back. And how are you feeling? Some of you I saw kind of went out. That was 1 minute. That was 1 minute. It felt longer. It does. When we really reach into ourselves, we can actually rest. And so many of us live our lives with no rest. And we fall into bed exhausted, and then we can't go to sleep because we're overtired. And so this was 1 minute. I want you to think about your day and think, could you take 3 1-minute intervals during your day? Just 3. Go to the restroom, close the door of your office, and just dip in to this place of rest within you and experience that. And then come back out refreshed and engaged. The nice thing about this is no one needs to know you're doing it at work or at home. And in the middle of the night, where it's you and you can do this to help you get back to sleep. You can literally condition, rewire your brain, so your brain knows when it's hearing this word and you're doing this thing, it's time to rest. And we can teach this to our kids. It's very, very simple, isn't it? Just very simple. It takes some practice. This isn't magic. I had somebody do it. He said, I tried it one night and it didn't work. I said, well, other things, listed all the reasons why he's come. You perfected some of them. How about you give this more than one shot? And he thought, okay, yeah, okay. For you, Doc, I'll do it. Oh, okay, yes.
I have a question. Have you ever offered this to someone and it raised their anxiety level?
I haven't offered to anyone who raised the anxiety level, but what I would think could happen is if they picked a word that was stimulating them, so I would have them pick a different word. What I have seen raise anxiety level, and which is why I don't teach it as a first level response, is telling people just to take a deep breath. Because I have seen people who are very anxious, if they take a deep breath, they then get in touch with how fast their heart is racing. So that I don't teach as a first level response. I do teach a breathing technique to people with anxiety. Kids really like it. Adults have more of a problem with it, but called the hissing breath, which I can, we can play around with a couple of these. Hissing breath, I take yoga. I'm not very flexible, so you are not looking at someone who goes into pretzel positions. But I love the breathing, and I love what the relationship between breath and body that I have learned over many, many years of taking yoga. The hissing breath is a very simple breath, and what you do, and we can all do it in a moment, is you take a deep breath in, and then what you do is you let your breath out, and you elongate your breath going out. In fact, you elongate it by making a very slight hissing sound. And this you can do in your car. The first one we did, don't do in your car. This one, actually, you're caught in traffic, someone just cut you off. And the trick is to see how long you can let your breath go out. Because one of the things people do when they are anxious is people will say, take a deep breath. Well, they take a deep breath in, they let it out quickly, and they hyperventilate. Bad. We don't want anyone hyperventilating. So let's just practice that for a moment. You deep breath in and see if you can let it out really long by making a slight hissing sound. So breath in. How's that feel? That one I will teach, but there are certain ones that I found just didn't work. This one I find works, but the other thing is whenever you teach a self-soothing technique, it has to be, I think, something that works for you. Because if it makes you anxious, but you've heard it's good for someone else, you're going to be. So I'm only giving you ones that work for me. Others may work for you because you're different than I am. And so this is just about opening kind of up to the availability of things, because I've worked with so many kids in so many fights, which were bad, because I worked with boys. These were not good fights. And it's like, right at the moment, what the heck can they do? There's a bunch of things kids can do. These are some of the things that they can do. Developing a safe inner place is a visualization. You guys seem to like this. We can also do this one, but let me just describe the elements to it. When the world isn't safe out there, part of creating the scaffolding in here to help you is to create a place for you to go to. And it doesn't have to be a place, the fun thing is, it doesn't have to be a place that makes sense. So it's not like, picture my office if you're upset. Well, that makes sense to a lot of people. I've had people picture themselves on the top of a mountain. One person liked being in a cool sand dune. One of my favorites is up a tree. And I'm not a good climber, so this is not based on recent experience. When I was a kid, I was a tree rat, but it's been a couple of years since I did that. But to just be in a safe spot and to put oneself, when one is anxious, in the safe spot. Contingent with that is to evoke protectors around the safe spot. So who will the protector be? If it's like the ad I saw this week on TV, it could be a panther. I don't know if you saw that ad about people trying to save money, and they had a rescue panther in their house. So it could be a panther, But who are the protectors? An angel, grandma, guidance counselor. The protectors that are around your safe spot. So you can be there and you have your protectors around you, real, mythical, and to just imagine yourself in your safe spot, which can be very different today than maybe if you've done this before the last time you did it.